Welcome to Live in the Know. We are excited to speak with another local business this week, Jeff and Elyssa from J.W. Lopes, a long-standing company that supplies fresh produce to restaurants for 4 generations.
The amazing story here is how they have quickly pivoted from a wholesale supply company to a direct-to-customer model, delivering customized orders to people's doorsteps. Jeff and Elyssa are fantastic people, so let's bring them on to help you live in the know.
Hey, we want to welcome Jeff and Elyssa today from J.W. Lopes. We're so excited to have you here. So welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. And I also want to say this is really special for me. I don't know if you know this, Traci, but I grew up with Jared and we were Hebrew school classmates a long time ago. But it's great to reconnect over the past 10 years or so and be doing this with you guys.
So did you both sit in the back of the class? Cause trouble back there?
Definitely.
I would say almost everyone in Michigan to Phil is trying to sit in the back and cause a little trouble. No, it's awesome. Been catching up with you guys. So you guys are 4th generation produce company, and JW Lopes has been through a lot, I'm sure. Talk about how your business has normally operated and how it's transformed so quickly and seamlessly.
So under normal circumstances, we have about 50 employees. We have 24 trucks that go on the road every day, delivering to various restaurants and institutions around the state. We service clients anywhere from the state prison system to Capitol Grill to mom and pop restaurants, nursing homes, schools, you name it. We kind of have a footprint to handle all types of food service business.
Well,
Oh,
go ahead, Jared.
No, I was just saying, and how's it transformed so quickly with the delivering to homes? And how did you guys think to do that so quickly and put it into effect?
You know, when COVID really came, not that it came out of the blue, but it hit us so quickly that Monday where the restaurants had to close, our business literally was off by 80%. And Elyssa had an amazing idea that, we should start a home delivery business. And we were actually at a yoga class at, what's the place called? HYP in Wellesley, great place. We're taking a class and we went home from the class and we put some ideas together. And we emailed some friends and family to gauge their interest. And that's kind of how our home delivery business got kicked off.
I think, we came home from that class and sat in our kitchen and really had to identify what was already in place that could be used in a direct-to-consumer model. So we had this system, this ordering system that is super rudimentary and, just not that pretty and requires just, a specific username, and it takes many different steps to get a new customer into the system, and to scale that to have, hundreds and then, 1,000 and beyond, ended up being a real heavy lift. And I think at the beginning we were there was so much adrenaline to just try to save the company and do so, and quite frankly, an overnight pivot to home delivery that, we just, want to take the opportunity to thank those first customers that we had for their patience, because it was really fitting a square peg into a round hole as far as wholesale to direct to consumer systems and platforms that we had in place. So I think that, just kind of boiling it all down to figure out how to reach, the customers in a home delivery setting was no small feat. But I think that, we did it in that system that we had for wholesale for about 3 weeks. And then, last week we went live with this new website that has really transformed the experience for the consumer, for us. It's been visually just so much nicer. I think, Jared, you might be able to speak to that because you're one of our customers, and Traci soon to be. But yeah, so I think, that shift really happened, as Jeff said, pretty much overnight. And
it was a real team family effort too.
Absolutely.
To be able to get this off the ground, not just Elyssa and myself, but I work with my sister and my dad, who both played an instrumental role in getting the business off the ground, as well as my mom stepped in, my sister's husband stepped in, who's in finance. So it was really a team effort. It was a lot of work, and we're off and running.
Yeah, I mean, it's truly a family affair and a labor of love. You know, we really came together in a way that we've never done so before. I've never worked for the family business in my 15 years of being with Jeff and a part of his family. So, so it's been a real, you know, learning curve and growth for us too. But you know, we are true a family run and owned and operated business, and we are, you know, answering all the emails and responding to all the inquiries. So, so when you reach out to us, you are truly reaching out to us, and you know, we hope that everyone has, you know, the same great experience that we were able to provide in the wholesale business, just as we're doing in the home delivery business as well.
The one thing that we've seen over and over again with us doing these podcasts is the passion that comes out when, you know, with a small business or with, you know, like you said, a company that's, it's been a family affair. So it's really quite impressive what you guys have been able to accomplish in such a short time. You know, it sounds like, you know, it was a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of work, and a lot of people had to come together to make it happen. But from the consumer side and talking to friends and family and people in our network, it has felt seamless. So, you know, hats off to you for doing just an unbelievable job at that.
Thank you. And, you know, we were remiss in including that we were contacted by a PR company, Laz PR, and they've been just really taking so much of the kind of imagery and timelines of how we roll out. They've been really helping guide us through that. So they heard our story and they just were, you know, really intrigued. And, you know, this whole pivot has been such a phenomenon for so many industries, you know, people who are, you know, manufacturing one thing and now they're doing, you know, face masks. Mm-hmm. So I think, you know, everyone is trying to figure out how best to respond. And, you know, we responded not only to save, you know, this 4-generation family business, but also to serve a huge public health need, and what people are and how people are getting their groceries, and, you know, making sure people still have access to fresh groceries and, you know, other products that we're able to offer.
Yeah, I mean, I can actually speak to that, because I can tell you, before we really started, you know, being stuck in our home, you know, I did a big grocery shop. And so I have bags and bags and bags of, you know, packaged foods kind of sitting in my dining room waiting to be used. But the one thing we're missing is the fresh produce. So, you know, what you guys are bringing to people's homes is so important. And I know it's beyond appreciated. So next question for you. Would you mind explaining how the orders are working and how membership works, just so, you know, when people want to sign up or get on your wait list, how that all works?
Yeah. So first of all, it's not like a membership program. You just go to our website. Right now, unfortunately, we have a bit of a waiting list. But you go right to our site and you pop your email in, and we're actively taking people off the wait list weekly.
So, you know, we started small, and word spread, you know, the power of social media and the power of word of mouth has just really lifted us up and gotten us to this point. And so in order to make sure that we're able to grow sustainably and really make sure that not only the customer service, but the quality of our products remains high, you know, we didn't want to have this huge influx of people to the system, you know, just out of respect for those, you know, first customers that we had who really took a leap of faith in, you know, working with a company that they probably or maybe have only seen on the road making a delivery to, you know, the Cottage or Capitol Grill or wherever else we're servicing on the wholesale side. So, so I think, you know, we wanted to make sure that their experience, you know, remained intact and good. And we were able to, you know, keep up with the demand. And, you know, like Jeff said, you know, we're figuring it all out. The new website went live last Thursday. So, you know, from an inventory perspective and an operations perspective, and, you know, fulfilling these orders in an accurate way, you know, we want to make sure that we're able to give everybody a great experience with the least amount of hours along the way. So people are coming off daily, weekly. You know, please stay tuned, check out our website. Like Jeff said, you're going to add your email address and your zip code, just so we know where you all are. And we're enhancing our delivery areas every day so that we can reach the most people.
Well, speaking of the delivery areas, how many homes are you currently delivering to, and in how many towns?
So we currently have about 1,100 active clients in our
Wow.
system, and currently we're only delivering within 495, but we're hoping to expand on that in the coming weeks and months.
We're doing between 180 and 220 deliveries a day, just depending on the day. The Mondays and Tuesdays happen to be the busiest after everybody's home on the weekends eating 3 meals a day from their homes. But, we're really trying to spread out the volume across the week as we go so that we can reach the most people.
As both of you know, we're customers. I'll admit Abby does a little more of the online ordering, but we noticed the other day that when we were putting the order together that the options have certainly expanded, and the website is a whole new site, as you said. So fill us in on what you're now offering beyond produce, and are you looking to continue this expansion?
Yeah, so I mean, starting off with our box, which is our minimum order, and what we try to do with the box is put really unique, interesting produce items in there. And we just feel like this is the perfect time now where people are at their house, can really experiment, and we're putting in things such as rhubarb or orange cauliflower or
Purple cauliflower.
Haitian mangoes, really unique products, baby gem lettuce, that are restaurant quality products that you wouldn't buy in the supermarket. And we think that's the best part of our program right now, that you get this box, you get to look up different recipes and experiment with the products that we're providing you. And on top of that, we have 100 produce items that you can add on. And then we have a full meat section for both Keneally Meat and Savinor's, which is a real high-end butcher in town. Keneally is the biggest wholesaler in the state. I mean, they sell, all the high-end restaurants. And we're actually really excited this week. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek.
All right.
We're taking in the Abe and Louie's burgers, which Keneally has a proprietary recipe. And we're going to be selling those at the Country Mart, which we're really excited.
All right.
So we'll
add them to our box.
Yeah, we're adding to our meat section. Grill season is underway. But every week we're looking to expand onto our products. So everything has to be from New England. That's part of our
local partnerships are a huge part of our mission, I guess, in light of, all these food industry, or all these restaurants and other places in the food industry have also been hit hard by the pandemic, just as we have as their suppliers. So I think that it's been really important to us to reach out to local suppliers, local restaurants. We've offered 2 family dinners in the last few weeks, one from Cook in Newton and the other one from Farmstead Table in also Newton. Or Cook is in Needham.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
There's two of them. Yeah.
So in any case, supporting local is, really huge for us. We're a local company, a local small business. So that's been really a huge driver.
But we're ultimately trying to curate a menu of locally sourced artisan products. So we're bringing in maple syrup this week from a small farm up in Vermont.
Nice.
That's going to be on next week's menu. A coffee firm out of Connecticut that's won multiple awards from the coffee beans they grow.
Also a 4-generation family business.
We're bringing those in this week. We brought cold brews in this week, which we've done really well with. Local pastas. So we're trying to make it a situation where you don't have to go to the supermarket and put yourself in that position. You can get, just really enough to get by, but get really top quality restaurant ingredients.
But we also know that the staples are important. So we have, various milk, 2%. We have almond milk now, whole milk, and butter, and, other dairy items and things that, really kind of are drivers for your families. I think my kids go through a half gallon of milk in like 4 or 5 days. So I think that, having those staples is really important, and we're going to work to, kind of include more of those. You know, we sell bagels. We want to make sure we can have some cream cheese with it. You know, have the seasonal things as well as the things that people are just needing year round.
But what we're not willing to do is just say, hey, we want cream cheese. Let's stock up with Philadelphia cream cheese. We're talking to local firms who can produce that product for us. So that's an example of something we're actively working on.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd rather take our time to make sure that we have the best products for our customers rather than just throw a mediocre non-local product out.
It's amazing to hear the collaborations that are going on with all the small businesses. And we feel very, very connected to the small businesses as well. So we appreciate what you guys are doing. And thank you for that sneak peek. That's very exciting. I think people are going to be excited for all those new items in their box. So here's kind of a question about the balance of life and work. I can only imagine with, starting this all up and pivoting and, all hands on deck, that things are pretty busy at work. And then you also have, your two girls at home. So how are you balancing that?
So I don't know if you know this about the produce business, Traci, but I go to work at midnight. So I'm really not home that much. I'm usually out of the house my alarm goes off at 12, and I usually don't get back until 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Wow.
So I really have to give Elyssa a lot of credit to be able to balance her full-time job, which is a really important job, the kids, which is the most important, and then, helping us run this business too. So it hasn't been easy, but
wearing a lot of hats.
Alyssa's doing an amazing job.
Yeah, I mean, I alluded to it before. It's truly a labor of love. I mean, I've never worked so hard for something and so hard in general in my life, just between child rearing and, keeping the place, our house, remotely clean. I've been doing dishes round the clock. But, like Jeff said, I do have a job that I entered into this whole new endeavor with. I'm in the public health field, kind of outside of JW Lopes and the New England Country Mart. And as I mentioned, these last 5 weeks have been my first 5 weeks on the job in the produce industry. So it's been a quick and crazy learning curve, but Jeff's been a great teacher, and like I said, it's really nice to know to have family to rely on and to support you. And we've lots of family FaceTiming with the kids and helping them through some of their creative exercises and writing and all of those things that, I kind of fill in the gaps. But we're lucky that it's been relatively nice outside, because it's easy enough to just kick them out the door and have them kick around the soccer ball or play on the swing sets. Also, so it's been a tough balance, but I think that we're working towards something really big and really important, and I think we're all really committed to finding a way to balance it. And so we, again, truly appreciate everyone's support. If you are a customer, if you're going to be a customer, we're so grateful for the response to it. And we truly look forward to continuing it once the pandemic is over. I mean, the New England Country Mart is here to stay. And, we hope that, for now it's filling a huge need. For us, it's kept our business afloat in these times of uncertainty. And I think that, we just hope people, trust us to come back once, the doors open and everyone goes back to some semblance of the way we used to live.
And one thing that I just want to mention is how grateful I am to our clients. Since we started the new website, we put a tip mechanism on the site. So it was feedback that people wanted to leave tips
for our drivers.
And over 5 days on the new site, we have over $5,000 of tips, which
That's
we're
awesome.
going to disperse to all our hourly employees on Friday, which is really a lot of money
amazing.
for our employees. And we're really excited that they're gonna, their hard work's gonna pay off too.
That's awesome. And I think it's, we're really throughout all this, I think a lot of people have realized how valuable some employees and some workers really are. So that's great that they're going to be the recipients of that. And Elyssa, you mentioned you've got a great teacher in Jeff, and Jeff, you've got yourself a great partner in your wife. So I love when people are acknowledging how great their partners and spouses are. So I love hearing that. And I also want to just let you guys know, in our boxes, you mentioned that you're putting, things that we wouldn't normally buy. And I have no idea what type of oranges you have been sending me, but they're like delicious. I don't feel like I haven't had an orange this good outside of Florida in my entire life. So every morning I have like a juicy, delicious, perfect orange. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, New England Country Mart. Going back to that, you guys, I know you teamed up with my good friend Jared Auerbach of Red's Best for fresh and amazing seafood options for your clients. So I would be remiss if I did not give Jared a shout out as well. Who else have you guys joined up with? You mentioned some of the meat distributors, Cornelia.
So Savinor's on the meat side. OMG Bakery in Framingham is producing all our challahs, bagels, English muffins. We're releasing hot dog buns and brioche this weekend for the burgers and hot dogs that are coming up on the menu.
Lily's
Pasta in Everett. They do homemade pasta. A lot of the pasta you get at the restaurants comes from these guys. Diano's Pasta is another one in Somerville. They're making fresh sauce for us. Atomic Roasters is doing the cold brew. Rita's Catering in Everett. We're carrying some of their frozen products, such as meatballs and lasagnas, which are amazing. The meatballs are ridiculous.
Is this normal, this type of collaboration between the different businesses?
So, like Rita's is a client of mine. So, we're just trying to make things work, If I can sell them some produce and they can sell me some end product, it's just kind of trying to help everyone right now.
I love it. That's awesome.
The Capri cheese, the farm.
We're working with a couple farms out in Western Mass for cheese. Really high quality cheese as well. So yeah, we're really working on growing those partnerships, but finding partnerships that really work for us and that are going to help grow our brands that our clients are really going to enjoy.
Well, it's amazing to see and hear about the collaborations, and just seeing the support that all small businesses are giving each other is really nice to see, and finding ways to work together. So we know you guys are a local Wellesley family, so we have to kind of ask you, especially since you're in the food business, what restaurants, are your favorite restaurants to take out or deliver from in Wellesley? What's your go-to?
So I think hands down, the best restaurant in Wellesley is Door 7. Without a question. I mean, love going to the bar there. Great drinks, raw bar. I'm kind of a burger guy. They have a great burger. We love doing takeout from the cottage as well. And sandwiches, no question, Tutto Italiano, best sandwiches in town, worth the wait, handcrafted. Each sandwich they cut for you in front of you.
I hope I get an answer to this question too.
That's really the way to go. I mean,
can you tell this guy loves his food? All right, I love it.
So, I mean, just based on, our kids and kind of what is like great for our family. Juniper is always so amazing. We love Juniper. It's just like super accessible. The food is always super fresh. The Linden store, I mean, my daughters can't get enough of those sandwiches. So Tutto, Linden, you can't go wrong.
It's good to have options.
Great to have options. And Altastrada is always so great. I mean, we've really loved Altastrada. I go there for girls' nights all the time.
And I don't know if have you guys been to Drip at Bespoke, which is also one of the highlights of Wellesley for me is
It's Bespoke.
Love going there, but they have a coffee shop, which is phenomenal. Great coffee right on Central Street.
So do you work out afterwards?
Before.
Got it.
I used to work out.
Me too.
Yeah. Listen, Abby used to. That's actually I don't know if that's how we got reconnected, but Abby would. Abby's like, oh, I said, do you know what Jeff Kotzen? I was spinning with him. Like, do I know what Jeff Kotzen? Come on. All right, guys. So before we wrap up, can you please tell anyone who's interested where to find more information, how to get on your waiting list, and how to connect with you?
Absolutely. So for starters, check us out, New England Country Mart, www.newenglandcountrymart.com. You can peruse the site, check out our products. We have FAQs, we'll have testimonials, contact us page, info@newenglandcountrymart.com if you want to get in touch with us directly. But when you first enter our site, there will be a prompt that you can add your email address and your zip code so that we know how to find you and where to reach you when we can start adding people and adding you to our list of customers. We look forward to it.
And if people really need a testimonial, just watch right now. I'm a client and I'm telling you, it's awesome what they're delivering. And it makes our life a lot easier. And my child is literally eating a box of strawberries within the first hour of when you arrive. So
That's
job
amazing.
well done.
That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you both so much.
Good luck out there, guys. Thanks so
That's
much for
great.
everything.
Awesome.
Best of luck to you. Stay healthy.
You too.
You as well. Bye.